Welcome to the lecture on complex analysis, probability and statistical methods. So in this lecture, I am going to discuss about the problems related to the sampling distribution. Problem number 1. A population consists of 4 numbers 3, 7, 11, 15. Consider all possible samples of size 2 which can be drawn from this population without replacement. Find the mean and standard deviation in the population and also in the sampling distribution of means. Verify the formulas mu x bar and sigma x bar. So here given that the population, in the sense the actual population, which is given by capital N. So capital N is given by 4 and the individuals are given by 3, 7, 11, 15. So out of these 4 population, I am choosing a sample size of 2. So I mean N is equal to 2. So now for this population, the first thing is we have to estimate the mean and standard deviation. After that, for the sample means, we have to estimate the mean and standard deviation, and we have to verify the formula mu x bar and sigma x bar with the actual population. So first I am going to estimate the mean of the given population. So for that, let me consider the value of the population size capital N. So capital N is given by 4. To find the value of mu, I am going to add all the individuals divided by actual population size I am taking. So it will be equal to 3 plus 7 plus 11 plus 15 by 4 is equal to 9, will get it. So next is variance. So sigma square is equal to 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 in the sense, again the formula divided by the actual population size capital N, we have to take it. So here 3 minus n whole square, in the sense the each individuals we have to subtract with the population mean and we have to square it. So like that we have to do same for all the individuals. So and by simplifying this equation, we'll getting the value 20. So now the standard deviation will be equal to square root of 20, will get it. So now the possible sample size 2 which can be drawn without replacement. So since the sample size is given by 2, so I'm going to draw the samples now of size 2 without replacement. So let me choose the samples now. So since our sample size is 2, I'm pairing only 2 numbers. So without replacement, in the sense the number should not repeat again. So 3, 7 is one number, one pair. 3, 11, 3, 15, again 7, 11, 7, 15, again 11, 15. Total 6 pair of samples I got it. So now I want to find mean of these samples. So adding these two numbers, this first sample divided by 2 if I do, means I'll get the first sample 5. So again adding 3 plus 11 divided by 2, I'll get 7. So adding 3 plus 15 divided by 7, I'll get divided by 2, I'll get 9. Adding 7 plus 11 divided by 2, I'll get 9. Adding 7 plus 15 divided by 2, I'll get 11. 11 plus 15 divided by 2, I'll get 13. So these are the sample means I got it. So now for this sample means, I'm going to estimate the value of the mu x bar. So now mu x bar, I'm going to estimate. The formula for mu x bar is given by adding all the sample means divided by total number of samples are given by 6 here now. So it will be equal to 9, I got it. So here only we can verify. The actual mean is given by 9 and the mean of the sample means is also about 9 only. So I can compare both. So both are equal. I can conclude the value mu will be equal to mu x bar. Now I'm going to estimate the variance of the sample mean. So sigma x bar square is equal to, same thing, we have to subtract each value with the mean value, that is 5 minus 9 whole square plus 7 minus 9 whole square plus 9 minus 9 whole square plus 9 minus 9 whole square plus 11 minus 9 whole square plus 13 minus 9 whole square divided by 6. It will be equal to 20 by 3. I got it. So I got the value of sigma x bar is square root of 20 by square root of 3. So now I want to verify this with actual standard deviation. So the formula for it is given by sigma divided by square root of small n. So into square root of capital N minus small n divided by square root of capital N minus 1. So if I replace the capital N value 4 and small n value 2 along with the value of sigma from the actual population, so I'll get the value like root 20 divided by 3. So we can compare this value. This value will be equal to the standard deviation of the sample mean. So both are same. So in this problem, the mean mu x bar is equal to mu is verified, and also the sigma x bar is equal to sigma by square root of small n into square root of capital N minus 1 by square root of capital N minus 1 is verified. Example number 2. A sample consists of the four numbers 3, 7, 11, 15. Consider all possible samples of size 2 which can be drawn with replacement. So this problem is same as the previous problem only, but here I am doing the experiment with replacement concept. So now I want to estimate find the population mean and population standard deviation. So like a previous problem only, the first thing is we have to estimate the population mean and population standard deviation, and the mean and standard deviation of the sampling distribution of means we have to find here. So verify the formulas for mean and standard deviation also. So same thing again, I'm going to find the actual mean and actual standard deviation from the previous problem only. So it will be 9 and ST will be root 20 only, I will get it. So as for the previous problem. So now I want to make all the possible samples of sample size small n is equal to 2. So since it is with replacement, I can repeat the numbers. So like 3, 3, 3, 7, 3, 11, 11, 15. Like that I want to make the pace. So I got the samples like 3, 3, 3, 7, 3, 11, 3, 15. Again with 7, 7, 3, 7, 7, 7, 11, 7, 15. Again with 11, 11, 3, 11, 7, 11, 11, 11, 15. Again with 15, 15, 3, 15, 7, 15, 11, 15, 15. So now I want to estimate mean for this sample. So adding the values by 2 means I'll get the mean value. So I got the means like 3, 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9, 11, 7, 9, 11, 13, 9, 11, 13, 15 respectively I got it. So actually in this problem I want to estimate the mean and standard deviation of sampling distribution. So for that I should make the frequency distribution for the obtained means. So now I am taking the values of mean and frequency in the column. So mean is given by 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15 is there. So 3 is only 1 3 is there. So I am giving the frequency for 3 is 1. So similarly I am having 5 2s are there here. So I am giving the value of 5 is equal to 2, and for frequency 7 is equal to 3, and for 9 the frequency will be 4, for 11 the frequency will be 3, for 13 the frequency will be 2, for 15 the frequency will be 1. So now I want to estimate the mu x bar for this frequency distribution. The formula will be given by summation fi xi divided by summation fi. So by doing summation of all the values I'll be getting the value 9. So here only we can conclude that the actual mean of the population 9 is exactly equal to the mean of the sample distribution 9. So the first condition is verified here. So now I'm going to estimate the value of sigma x bar square. It is given by summation fi into xi minus mu x bar whole square divided by summation fi. So on simplifying with this equation, I'll be getting the value of sigma x square is root 10. So now I want to verify this with actual mean. So the formula is given by sigma by square root of n in case of the samples with replacement. So I'll be getting the value now sigma by square root of n is equal to root 20 by root 2. So it will be equal to root 10. So since both are same, so it can be verified here. Example number 3. A coin was tossed 400 times and the head turned up 216 times. So test the hypothesis that the coin is unbiased at 5% level of significance. So first thing is we have to frame the hypothesis, that is null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. So I am framing the null hypothesis as a coin is unbiased. So since here I am doing a tossing experiment of coin, so if I toss a coin one time, the probability of getting head will be 1 by 2. So I can choose that P will be the event of getting number of heads. So in tossing a coin one time, so I can take P is equal to 1 by 2. So once if P is 1 by 2, obviously Q will be 1 by 2. So next is H1. So H1 in the sense alternative hypothesis. So it will be like the coin is biased, I will take. That is P is not equal to 1 by 2. So now given that N is equal to 400, on 400 times the actual number of heads turns up is 216. So I am taking this as the value X. So now tossing a coin is a binomial trial and also N is finite here. So in the binomial distribution, actually we are having the value of mu is equal to np and sigma is equal to square root of npq. So once we know the value of n, p and pq, we can easily estimate the values of mu as well as sigma. So if I replace the value of p, q and n, I'll be getting mu is equal to 200, sigma is equal to 10. So now I'm going to incorporate this value in the formula. So I'll be on the formula for under H naught to test the hypothesis. The formula is given by Z is equal to modulus of x minus mu divided by standard deviation sigma. I can take it. So if I replace all the values now, 260 minus 2 divided by 10, I'll be getting the value 1.6. So now from the normal distribution table of two-tailed test with a 5% level of significance, I'll be having the value is plus or minus 1.96. So since the calculated value of Z is less than the value of the tabular column, that is 1.96, so hence we can conclude that the null hypothesis H naught is accepted at 5% level of significance. Hence we can conclude that the coin is unbiased here.